Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks. I'm truly excited to see all of you here. So I would like to start with a small introduction about what we are doing today. At Airtel Payments Bank, our vision has always been to create products which are safe and simple for digital banking and payments. So if you will see right from barter systems to coins, from paper notes to plastic monies, the way we transact has been evolving truly. And today we are on the brink of a very important milestone to give you a glimpse of a product which is not just innovative but truly promising to transform the way you do your daily transactions. So I would request first to reveal the video. So we are truly excited to bring to you Airtel Payments Bank smartwatch, along with partnership of Noise and NPCI. This watch is not just a transit watch into the strap. The chip of this watch of transit it's a rupee chip which has been embedded well into the dial of the watch, which gives you the flexibility to change the straps as you go, as per your mood type or the occasion you are willing to attend. So that is something which is a very leap forward from the traditional tap and pay watches for transit or payments. And it also works on retail ecosystem over and above the transit, which is metros and buses. I would request Mr. Denny to say a few words on this.
Maybe I'll just sit and. It's been a long day, especially for NPCI staff. Okay. First of all, congratulations, Vivek, Ganesh, and the entire team. I think one of the important aspects of the RuPay transit strategy is the RuPay OTG story. And this has been built over a period of time. And we have seen quite a bit of innovation happening in the last couple of years on the OTG front. Watches were already there. There were quite a few partners. But this is a definite different solution. Because as Vivek mentioned, the chip is actually on the dial. So mostly whatever we have right now, the chip gets embedded into the strap of the watch. The wearable story, especially on the transit side, has been something which have taken off in a very big way. People have started adopting different form factors today, especially for their transit needs, right? So the keychain, the stickers, the ring, the watch. The watch has been a differentiator and has been a part of the fashion statement which the RuPay customers have been doing it. And I'm so happy that now Airtel customers would be given this opportunity to kind of come out with a wonderful product. My best wishes to Vivek and team and to you. I'm sure Noise with this tie-up is going to be a very renowned name now in terms of the adaptability from the customers, right? So I'm hoping that Noise will come out with more innovations in terms of multiple products on the similar lines, especially for transit, because believe me, no one wants to take out your card and kind of tap it when you are traveling. They want something which is very, very handy. That's the reason the watch, the ring, the keychain, they are becoming very, very popular. So I'm sure this is the right move for everyone. Thank you.
Check, check. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I request Mr. Ganesh Ananthanarayanan, our Chief Operating Officer of Airtel Payments Bank, to please join us on stage as we unveil this revolutionary smartwatch. So let's give him a huge round of applause as he joins us on stage. And now I request Mr. Vivek, Mr. Denny, Mr. Utsav, and Mr. Ganesh to please unveil our revolutionary smartwatch. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful moment. Thank you so much for joining us on stage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I request Mr. Thomas to please stay on stage and share some insights about the NCMC technology that powers this innovative smartwatch.
So I think people need to understand that this is not a card-on-device tokenization. It is a simple payment chip which has now got into the watch. As I said, most of the time it is actually kind of put into these straps, but this is the first time that Noise has done that they have put it into the dial. So this is an awesome technology, and it kind of gives that freedom also to the customers to kind of change the straps as and when they want to do it, if the watch is something which is very near and dear to them. So a wonderful technology, and as I said, the wearables is gaining popularity in transit ecosystem, and I think Airtel is poised to kind of take that lead because Airtel now happens to be the biggest player in the transit ecosystem. So congratulations, Ganesh and Vivek, and Chetan,
Thank
to
you so
for
much,
this
Mr. Thomas, for sharing those beautiful insights. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I request Mr. Malhotra to please share some exciting partnership between Noise and Airtel Payments Bank, how this product came into fruition.
Hello, everybody. I think the Murphys find their way of making into each of these sessions, but talking about this launch, I think it's monumental because it's probably first of its kind, and enough has been said about the fact that this is the first time that we're seeing a form factor that allows for flexibility of changing straps, whilst you have a superior functionality that's also unprecedented. But just a bit about how this came together, and I feel this is a landmark moment for all of us because this goes to show that when three leaders come together, magic can truly happen, right? This is, in a way, revolutionizing how not only India pays, but also transits, right? And commutes, really. And I think for us, we've been India's largest smartwatch player now for a while. But for us to continue to partner with players like Airtel and NPCI to revolutionize use cases is going to determine what the future for the country will hold, right? And it's a simple solution. It adds convenience. But most importantly, it's going to expand a use case that is unprecedented. It's actually delivering something that is so intuitive that consumer behavior shift can be felt or seen with something like this. We're not stopping here. I think the partnership with Airtel goes back. Tap and Pay was where we started. We're at Tap and Go. But I think most importantly, it's not primed just yet. There will be more form factors that we could do. There are more use cases that we can build. And I think innovation is bound to happen a lot more on this frontier. So I'm very happy that we are able to bring this product to the market. I'm very happy with the partnership. I think, Ganesh, it's hats off to your team that's patiently dealt with us on this and for the support that we've had from NPCI to launch this. Thank you very much. Look forward to a great success story in this.
A big round of applause for Mr. Malhotra. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those insightful words. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor will be open for question and answers regarding the NCMC-enabled smartwatch. Please feel free to ask. I am sure we all are excited about this smartwatch. But before that, let's watch an AV. All eyes on the screens, please. A big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the dignitaries for joining us on behalf of Airtel Payments Bank, Noise, and NPCI. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Have a wonderful day. Actually, I think we'll roll the mic in the audience. I'll be coming there. So if anybody has questions, please raise your hands, and definitely you get a chance to ask. Check, check. All right. So do we have any questions from the audience? You all can raise your hands. And anyone?
Well, looks like quite an interesting and energetic product launch that we just witnessed. Thank you so much. Since we don't have any questions, we would like to wrap this session up here. A lovely product showcase. Congratulations, gentlemen, and we look forward to your success and hearing all the success stories. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. All right. Yes, please, please. Go ahead. No problem. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, just basic questions. What will be the distance range for this watch to process the transaction? Any distance range, because it's tap and pay. So it has to be touched or it can be from...
So this is tap and pay, obviously, and it's NFC, right? So
NFC.
whatever is the 5 mm range, that's what it is on the NFC. The thing with NCMC is there is always a write and read functionality which happens, right? So unlike an online transaction where you just tap and then the transaction is processed at the issuer end, here the reader and the form factor, be it anything, right, the card or watch, the chip reads and writes, both the functionality happens. So that's the reason why you have to have a kind of either a double tap or a long tap. Yeah.
So this will be syncing real time or near real time or whenever it is on
So
network?
RuPay NCMC is equipped with both online as well as offline functionality. So when you're tapping this on a metro, it is an offline transaction. The transaction will flow after some time in batches. Whereas when you are, say, doing an online retail purchase, normal POS purchase, it's an online authorization.
And the master controls are there in the Airtel app, the master controls to enable and disable the...
Yeah. So on app, we have actually dedicatedly created a page for NCMC related stuff, which wherein customer can actually see his last transactions. He can put limits to both POS as well as non-POS, online or offline transactions. In when it comes to NCMC, what happens, the online balance, if a consumer has a 1,000 rupee balance and he wants to use only 100 on Metro for or NCMCs, he can actually transfer only that much to this particular chip, what he was mentioning as an offline transaction. So that is anyway a
So
broader
it's a
control.
separate wallet kind of a setup that...
A sub-wallet kind of a setup,
Yeah,
or a
sub-wallet.
chip balance is what we say it.
So we call that as a stored value.
Yeah, stored value. Correct. The stored value would be there.
And over and above for POS and retail transactions, there is a control page where he can set up the limits for all type of
And the
transactions.
reconciliation will be done on T+1 or how is it? How is it
Yeah,
managed?
on T+1.
Thank you. That is all.
Thank you.
Thank you once again. Anybody else in the room? Okay, we have one more.
Hi, panelists. My question is on the scalability on this RuPay NCMC. So right now, are we only restricting it with some partners like Noise and Airtel Payments Bank, or are we planning to scale this? If you see in Singapore and all, right, people are not even using cards any further. They're just using their Apple Watch for metro and any kind of local travel and small, low-value payments, what I mean to say. So are we trying to expand this infrastructure and leverage on top of it, or right now it's restricted only to Airtel payments? And noise, obviously.
So just a small differentiation with what Singapore does and what we do. Singapore is on an account-based model, right? So there is no authorization which is happening when someone is tapping the watch on the terminal, right? In India, it's a stored value product, primarily because of the risk of first transaction or first ridership, because otherwise you will have to manage the entire ecosystem with blacklisting. So it's a huge challenge. Outside of India, it is managed because enforcement is proper, so people do pay. There's no long list of blacklists which goes into any of the terminals. So that's the difference between the world implementation and India implementation. And this is one of the reasons why we went with the stored value concept, because MoHUA had kind of evaluated all these options, and for India, no one wants to take the risk, right? So someone will have to take that risk. Either the network takes, the issuer takes, or the acquirer takes, right? Or the transit operators take. So no one in the ecosystem wanted to take that risk, and hence we went with the stored value. In terms of scalability, obviously, I mean, wearables as a category, OTG as a category, it is a choice, right? It is how people kind of take it. Obviously, people are buying watches, people are buying other form factors. And this is a scalable product. It totally depends on how we are marketing. And that's what I was trying to discuss with Ganesh. So mostly in India, till now, wearables were only put in for debit or credit. Sorry, only debit. Credit is just recent phenomena. So that's one of the reasons why it was never getting scaled up. But now we have even zero KYC, which Airtel is now live with. So we can look at, I mean, every watch can be a zero KYC product and can be scaled up, and the option can be given to the customer. So it's very much scalable, very much scalable.
All right, with that, I think we should wrap up, and other questions can be taken offline with your permission. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Let's hear it out loud once again for the lovely, energetic showcase that we just witnessed.